going to get another pop-up now. People on Zoom. And what? There we go. Hold on. I've been noticing some really interesting energy in and around me and myself, and how obviously, I say obviously, you may not know this, but obviously to me, and this is the whole point, I think, the Shift Sessions, which is my signature program for transformation, is open for enrollment until Monday. Now, normally when the Shift Sessions is open, that is all I can think about. It's all I'm talking about. It's all. And right now, my energy is just so excited to be back and to be plugged in to everyone and having these conversations again, that I'm just talking about everything, talking about all the things. We've been talking about money. We've had a really gorgeous conversation around money over on Instagram. And what we have been really diving into is how we all feel the same, in a way that we're craving connection. And we want depth of connection. We don't just want to connect with people and get the glossy curated version. We want to know how people feel about things. We want to really, I need to turn that off because it's going to keep pinging. Just making sure that it's not anybody asking how to get in. No, it looks all good. Okay. I think that's good. Yes, that people are getting truth from their connection. Right. One of the things I asked on stories the other day, what people really fear as it pertains to money. What is their biggest fear? And I don't think I've ever had a post so engaged with. The answers that flew in around that, around money. And there was really only two themes out of the countless messages that I got back from people. There was really two themes. And one was the feeling of it running out. And the other was getting it wrong in some way. And when I say running out or not having enough, kind of the same category. And then messing it up in some way. There was so much fear around getting it wrong and around getting in trouble for getting it wrong. And it's so interesting that when we give the opportunity, I can ask insightful questions that, you know, are going to lead people down a path of something, and get one or two people respond. And then you dive into a topic like money, and oof, we hit the emotive button. I was having a call with somebody the other day, and in fact, actually my Shift Method people who are on here, and I can see some of you here, our call next Thursday, we're actually going to have a guest come in to talk to us about money, which is going to be amazing. It's a guest that I don't think any of you know. It's going to be somebody new to us, and that feels like a really refreshing way to bring in some fresh energy into our group to talk specifically about it. But I was on a call with her the other day talking about our call, and we just got so into it that we ended up in tears. I was like, wow, it's such an emotive topic. And for so many people. And it's interesting because, of course, when it comes to transformation, when people join the Shift Sessions, one of the first things we ask for is share with us the area that you most want to shift right now. Like, what was the thing that you came here to transform? And for so many people, it's money. But the shift that happens is a shift in some other area, maybe their health, or maybe their relationship, or maybe their environment. And then all of a sudden the money takes care of itself. Right? It's like a magical little domino effect. And that's why we call it the big domino. Now, I should say at this point, tomorrow we have a redo of all 3 workshops. If you missed the Get Unstuck sessions, if you're here listening to this and you're like, I didn't come to the Get Unstuck sessions, we are having a redo tomorrow from 2 p.m. until whatever time it goes to. I am doing all 3 workshops back to back live. I've never done this before. There's something in me that just felt like this time I want to do a deep dive into it. I know some people couldn't make the 3 sessions because of the times of day they were. Catching up on replays can be challenging. I can confess to that. I'm terrible when it comes to catching a replay. So starting tomorrow at 2 p.m, we're going to go deep dive into all of the Get Unstuck sessions. Sally says, I feel like I know who the money person is going to be. I don't know if you do. This is a new person to me, I will add. So it's not somebody who... it's not somebody I've known for a very long time. It was a recommendation through a friend. So we'll see. I wish it was, if I'm thinking what you're thinking, that would be great. And I would love that, but that's not happening yet. And maybe we're just talking in codes now because we're talking about different people altogether. Today, the reason you're here, so if you want the link for what we're calling the Big Kahuna workshop, just leave a comment, let me know, send me a message, whatever, get hold of me in some way, and I'll send you the link. We'll be on Zoom again like this tomorrow, and we'll be going through the workshops back to back. Comfort breaks where needed. You'll be able to dip in and out if you need to do school run and all different things like that. And we will have the recordings available as well. Okay. Today, we have very, 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 very glad to share that it's not really going to be me that's doing a lot of the talking today, because I have a few of our Shift Sessions grads. Well, actually, a lot of them are here, but a few of them who have kindly volunteered to talk and share their journey of what has happened for them through the Shift Sessions. And so I'm going to start bringing them in, and we're just going to hear from them today. So I know, Louisa, we said we would have you first, if that's okay. So let me bring you up. Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you? You're looking really well.
So I keep being told. I can't tell if it's my new hair, if it's the new energy I'm in, if it's the new makeup and skincare, or if it's just everything is all flowing in the way I want. Do you know what? I just think it's energy.
It's all the things. I'll tell you something. I still have a video of you from years ago. And, we were talking about body image and all that kind of thing. And you were talking about how you lost loads of weight for the Maldives and all that kind of, but you look so much better now.
I know.
You really do.
I really agree with that. Honestly, I feel like I was saying this to Chris, my husband, only a couple of days ago. I was saying, I feel like I'm the best version of me I've ever been right now. Obviously, as is always true, I'm the oldest I've ever been, and I just feel the most me I've ever been. And I don't think that's a coincidence that I'm feeling that way, and that I felt like now was the time to come through this whole experience. So thank you for reflecting that. I appreciate it. So let's talk about you. I don't even know where to start. Like, paint us a little bit of the picture. Can you even remember the before, like before the Shift Sessions, and when you came into the Shift Sessions as well?
Okay, so October 2020, I had, I've got a thing about dates. October 19th is my law anniversary. So I had just completed a doula course. And my course facilitator is the lovely Sophie Brigstock, who's been in your world for a while.
Yeah.
And she suggested that I do the Get Unstuck sessions. And I had decided at that point that 2020 was going to be my year, despite everything that was happening. And that was why I decided to take the doula course in the first place, because I'd always had a passion for all things pregnancy, birth, and, all of that stuff. So I'd already done, I suppose, my step one, becoming a doula. And then when I went in to Get Unstuck, what's hilarious to me at this point is that I'd already decided that I was not going to pay for anything. I was not going to be doing the Shift Sessions. The Get Unstuck was going to be it. And no reason that, by the time the Get Unstuck sessions ended, I was like, I actually said to you on the chat, you are my coach.
Yes, I remember that.
I had decided already. And somehow from somewhere, despite having scarcity around money, which was like my main motivation as well at that point, was to shift my perspective, I found it from somewhere. I can't even tell you where I found it from, actually. But I had decided that I was going to do this. And up until that point, I had believed that I was very self-aware and I know myself so well. And no, cobblers.
Yes.
There was so much that I didn't know, and so much that had to be unearthed and revealed. And some of it was challenging, and some of it was, it was real soul searching going on, but it was mind-blowing, absolutely incredible, beyond anything I could have possibly imagined. And now I'm going into my 5th round.
I can't believe that.
Yeah.
Like, that just sounds like, I feel like, where have I been for all these rounds? Because I don't know how we're on this many rounds, honestly.
I have to say a couple of them are a bit of a blur. But yeah, it has been incredible. And I am so different now. And I mean, for those of you who don't know me, I have 2 much older children. They're 23 and 21, and my younger ones are 9 and 6. And my older ones, and my daughter in particular, who's 21, says to me, I am so glad that Vinny and Francesca get you as a mum now. You know, the mum you are now. I mean, obviously it's a learning curve when you're a parent. Of course it is. Nobody knows what they're doing.
What?
Spoiler alert. But you know, she could see how much I have grown and developed, not just as a person, but as a parent, which is one of my values. My top value is family.
Yep.
Family, trust, love. Those are my 3 top values, and it still remains, you know. And so to have my daughter reflect that back to me is,
yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing to hear it. Like, you know, I think I've heard you say this. I'm not sure if exactly that, but I've heard you share that sentiment before, and it's so beautiful to have that reflection, because it's very easy for us all, obviously, in the community to be able to be like, oh my gosh, and, you know, to kind of cheer each other on and be caught in our bubble. But when people who have known you, especially in that dynamic, can see that and can really celebrate it and reflect it back to you, it's just like, wow, this is why we do this work for ourselves. And the mentor that I work with at the moment has this saying that she always shares, and I was reflecting this to one of my one-on-one clients the other day, that she says, for me, for you, for us, right? That is how she sees it. And I've obviously shared before how your transformation does not belong to you, and that we don't do this just for ourselves. But when you have that kind of reflection, it's like, yes, it has to start with me. And when people start reflecting that to you, you get it in a different way than you used to. Even if you got it a little bit before, you get it more when other people start to reflect it. So
absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's go back to, if we can, the first time you came through the shift sessions. What was you mentioned money was like one of the things, but what was it that what did you come in for?
I came into it because I wanted to shift my perspective on money, and I wanted more of it. You know, I wanted to know the how.
Yeah.
And I wanted more confidence. You know, I wanted to be able to trust myself and have the confidence to put myself out there. And I wanted to be held through that process. And that's what I was missing before. But what happened was something so much deeper than that. Because, you know, as I said on one of the calls, what has to shift first will shift first.
Yeah.
You know, you can get to the money bit, but there is so much more that has to happen before that.
Yeah.
And then, but now, even though, no, I was going to say things haven't changed in that, as in my financial situation. That's not true. That's not quite true. But my perspective certainly has, and how I feel about myself and where all this has come from in the first place. To be able to unravel all of that first, it's like,
yes. And what does that do for you? Like, what does that make different?
Oh, everything. Absolutely everything.
Yeah.
Because I feel, I want to say, more in control of my life in a certain way, but I'm not clinging to it. I'm doing this.
Yeah.
You're talking about, you can't fit the money in
Yeah.
here if your fists are clenched.
Yeah.
If you even just let go a tiny bit and you can that's what it's like.
Yes.
You feel you have more control because you feel more grounded.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're opening your arms to it all. You're letting it flow. The whole feel of it is totally different.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Oh, I love this. Oh my gosh. I don't even know what questions to ask you. And I'm just going to invite anybody who's watching live. I'm actually not watching the Facebook stream. I'll try and open it so I can see. If you have questions that you want to ask to anybody who's as they speak, feel free to type them in and we can address those as we go. I feel like one of the questions that I know I get asked is if it works and it's so good, why do people come through multiple times? What do you have to that?
Because it never ends. It's addictive. You start to uncover things and you think, oh, this is the best rabbit hole I've ever been down in my life. And you just want to keep exploring because there is so much more to uncover.
Yeah. Yeah. Go for it. Sorry.
No, I was just going to say, once you get to a certain point, you think, what else?
Yes.
What else is out there? It's like you feel so much more like the world is your oyster.
Yeah.
You're not in the box anymore.
Yeah.
You've opened it and you've sprung out and gone, ta-da!
I love that. And as you're speaking about that, I'm thinking about, the other things we do that are amazing, but we want to do again, like watching an incredible sunset, for example. I don't watch one amazing sunset and then go, good, check that box, never need to see the sunset again because I know what it looks like and I can just not ever look at a sunset again. When it's an amazing experience and you tap in, it makes you feel good. And so you want to do more of it. And so I feel like our whole perspective shifts each time we go through, and I'm no exception, right? I'm right there with everybody. It happens for me too, as I facilitate. And then each time you come into it, you're a new version of you with new perspectives and new experiences. And it's just, you never know what's going to come up. So
absolutely true. You just don't know what's going to come up for you.
Yeah.
And some of it is really, those light bulb moments never stop.
Yes. Yeah. I love the light bulbs. I love having them and I love seeing you all have them. It's just the best thing ever. It's amazing. And how are you feeling going into this next round?
I feel like, and I have said this before, that I feel like this one is going to be particularly big. And also because I'm coming to Bali.
I know.
Oh my God. I'm so blown away by the fact that I'm going to be in Bali. I've never been to Bali. I've never been to the Southern Hemisphere. I've never been so far away from home. Furthest I've been is Thailand.
Yes.
And that was really far. But so I just feel like this one is going to be, I feel like some serious cords are going to be cut here to things that I've been wanting to shed for a while. Yeah, it's going to be amazing.
Yes, it is. I'm really excited. And I think, yes, the fact that you're coming to Bali, and I was literally sat here before we were coming on this call, I was like, I was doing an Instagram live and I was like, I don't even know what to talk about because there's so many exciting things right now. I feel like a child on the brink of Christmas. I'm like, I don't know which thing I'm most excited about. So it's just, and we have our Bali call later for all those who are coming to Bali. So I can't wait. Amazing. Thank you, Louisa. I know you have to go to school run, so I wanted to bring you up first. Is there anything that you feel like you want to say that I haven't asked you, or it's just on the tip of your tongue that you want to share with anybody?
Oh gosh, just how important this work is, because it's not even just about you. It's, as you alluded to earlier, everyone's world changes for the better when you do this work. So, even if you don't feel vulnerable enough, brave enough, if you like, to do this just for you, there's a much bigger picture here. So I would wholeheartedly encourage you to go for it.
Yeah.
For your whole world.
I love that. Thank you, Louisa.
My
Absolutely
pleasure.
gorgeous. So appreciate you coming, and hopefully you'll hang out with us a little while before you have to go on school run. But
I will.
and I'll see you for our Bali call later.
Yes.
Yay. Thank you, Louisa. So
No
amazing. Problem. Amazing. Okay. Oh my gosh, this is the best. I love it. Let me pop that off there. Thank you so much for starting us off. And I know that we have a couple more people who are happy to share with us. And I can see Sarah and Cara, and I know we have other people as well who've said they would be willing. Sarah, are you happy to go next? Are you happy to hop on? Come on up. Hello. How are you doing?
I don't know. I'm a bit nervous.
Are you? Interesting. Well, you look very glamorous.
Oh, thank you.
Like,
you haven't seen the other bit under the desk.
Oh, me too. I'm wearing tracksuit bottoms today because it is cold and windy and rainy and all the things. So I'm back in pandemic mode.
Yeah.
That's my pandemic wardrobe is back in full effect. Well, thank you for being willing to share with us. And I feel like the other day, Sarah and I were talking, and I think we were talking during one of the calls, or we were typing during one of the calls, because you were one of the people who wanted to join. When was this? When did you join?
Do you know what? As Louisa was talking, I was thinking, oh my God, she's so precise about her dates. I can't remember anything about when or, you know. I think my first Get Unstuck was at the beginning
2021.
Yeah,
I think it was too. And the reason I'm remembering that is because we just recorded that conversation the other day.
Yes.
Sally says Sarah joined me in March 2021. Thank you. I had a feeling
Sally.
Mary would know as well. There we go. So
but I had joined another one and I didn't do the whole week. Do you remember that?
I do remember that because I remember you saying I'm going to do it this time. I'm going to do it. So okay, talk us through that. Why didn't you do it all the first time?
Oh, I clearly wasn't ready. It wasn't the right time. And I don't know. If I look back on that now, it's a weird one because everything you were saying was annoying me.
Yes. Yes.
And I was like, I just don't want to hear this, you know, it's not for me and all that sort of crap. But and then Rachel Halliday, bless her heart.
Yeah.
Why don't you give it another go? And I was really ready then because everything you said was just like light bulb.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's such it. I love hearing that. I love that Mary said, I know that feeling because Mary did one-on-one coaching with me way back when. And I remember being on calls with Mary sometimes where she literally just did not want to even look at me. And I could feel the like wanting to hang up and being pissed off and being like, it's just part of the process. And I know this part of the process really well. I recognize it even in myself. I still, the eye rolling, which is really funny that I've put myself in a position where I encourage that, where people, you know, when they kind of roll their eyes because they're, you know, butting up against their stuff, because that was one of my biggest trigger points in my life growing up, was that my mum and my friends or my partner or whoever used to roll their eyes at me. And so I used to get so mortally wounded by it. It's funny that now I've kind of put myself in that position where I'm like, oh, they're going to roll their eyes at me and it's going to be okay and I can handle it. But the coming back is amazing. So this is the thing, like there's the feeling of like, I hate this and I'm never coming back, which definitely people do. And then there's what you've done, which is like, ugh, this is not for me. And then obviously with encouragement coming back. What was different in you?
I think the fact that, firstly, I had seen, because I'm in the circle with Rachel, and I had seen what her transformation had looked like over whatever time it was. And I was just wowed by watching her transform.
Yes.
And I was actually, to be honest, just really desperate for I knew something had to change. I could not have gone on the way I was going on with the, you know, beating myself up, never stepping outside my comfort zone because of whatever, you know, all the stuff. And really limiting myself in what I could do with my life and how I could be in the world. Yeah, and it was just crippling. It was really like, crippling is how I felt. And you know, my children were then, I don't know, 14 and 16, 17, really doing their own things. And I just thought I really need to do something for me.
Yeah.
Not realizing then that doing that thing for me completely ripples out to them and everyone else around me. Like Louisa was saying, you know, it's just incredible how it does and how, everything changes. Everything change and you get,
and they've reflected that back to you, right, over time.
Absolutely,
yeah. Okay, so when you I can't ever talk to you like this without going to the conversation of when you joined via the payment plan. You made the first payment, and I think we had at that point the 12-month payment plan. So I think you'd come in on the 12-month payment plan and paid the first payment. And I remember you reaching out and messaging me, and I'm so glad that the other day I spent, don't even want to tell you how long, scrolling back through mine and Sarah's chat history so I could screen record our exchange from March 2021, where Sarah had messaged me and said, basically, I can't do this. I've made the payment. Now I'm like, oh my goodness. Like I'm having a bit of a panic. And can you refund my money? And I had said, so we don't have a refund policy on the shift sessions, because obviously once people are in and they start their transformation, we can't, like, it just doesn't make any sense. When somebody says yes and they want to come in, it's my job to support you through it. However, this felt different. And I have said before, and I will always say, I never want somebody choosing between putting food on their table and paying me for anything ever. And my response to you was, I'm happy to refund you. And I think it was like Saturday, it was Friday or Saturday. And how about enrollment doesn't close till Monday. So how about you have till Monday to think about it? You were like, great, that feels good. Can you explain what happened then? Because I'm not sure, while I can replay the conversation, I'm not sure I could understand or explain to anybody what happened in that time.
So I'd had like a couple of sleepless nights before I said, right, I want a refund. But everything in me was just going, no, you don't. No, you don't. You really need to do this. You know it's going to work. But I think we were going through a bit of a financial kind of uneasy time with my husband's work and stuff like that. So it was a bit, see, this is where I'm finding a bit of haze, because it's not like this anymore.
Yes.
I was feeling really like, I can't possibly put this on him, you know, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And so, I literally wrote down it was like a manifesto of why I should do this to present to him, and, you know, blah, blah. Did that, and he just was like, well, you've obviously clearly got to do this. I thought, what can I sell? I sold a antique chair that had been sitting in our house, nobody using, that was worth some money. Remembered that I had some premium bonds, and I think it was you, Rachel. Was it Rachel?
It was Sally.
Or was it Sally? I think one of them I'd said, I've got these premium bonds sitting, you know, it's for a rainy day. Yeah, it was Rachel. And Rachel went, well, it's raining now, isn't it, Sarah? Because I was so, you know, I was in such a bad place. I really needed to do it.
Yeah.
That was what turned it all around.
And what was funny was that what I was thinking of, that's funny, Louisa. I didn't even know that. She said that's how I paid for the shift method training. I sold my premium bonds. I had no idea about any of this. This is news to me. See, every time we do this, I find out new things. You put that couch up for sale, or that chair up for sale, and it was Sally, also from our community. fun. Okay. I think we're okay. Okay, I think we are removing that person from the Zoom. Whoa, I thought that was accidental. I don't think it was accidental. That was exciting. Anyway, here we are. That person won't be back in. You had put the couch or the chair up for sale, and it was Sally from our network, from our community, who had reached out to you about it. Now, did you and Sally know each other before this?
No.
I didn't even know that until recently. Yes.
Yeah, it's what a connection, and it continues to be a really good, strong connection, friendship. But yeah, she saw it on the Facebook group.
So
just like, is that you from the Get Unstuck sessions? And so that was really,
that's so funny.
Yeah.
Yes. So what happened then was Sarah messaged me back on the Sunday and said, yes, I do want to refund because I want to pay in full. And I was like, wait, hold on a minute. Wait, what? Like, I was not expecting that. I was thinking either, no, I don't want a refund, and this is a perfect example of how we lock in ourselves, even when we think we're open-minded, that we lock into something. Because in my mind, the scenarios were either Sarah's going to say, no, I'm doing it, or she's going to say, no, I want the refund. And I didn't know which way it was going to go. I did not at all have in my mind, even as a seed, that you'd be saying, could you refund me because I'd like to pay in full? And you shared on that message, like, I really want to be all in. I want to know, I want to feel that energy. I want to know I'm all in. How did it feel when you did that?
Really empowering, actually, and really freeing. From that minute, it felt like this is going to be something really big for me. And I don't think I'd have really felt like that about anything I've done in my life, and it has been.
Oh my gosh. Right, well, tell us about your experience of being in the shift sessions from that first time.
I'm going to first apologize because I'm really, really tired, so my brain's not working quite how it should be today. I feel like chunks are like,
yeah, it's fine.
So I think this will be my third shift session.
I think it will, yes.
Yeah. So after the Get Unstuck week, I found that, like Louisa, just mind-blowing. And most people that were around me were like, there's something really different about you. And we can't pinpoint what it is, but it's good. And I could feel it too. And when you offered that whole shift sessions thing, I was just thinking, this, if this has happened in a week, what's going to be possible in 6? You know? And I came in, with the main thing was just feeling really stuck with a lack of confidence that I've had since since I could remember. Not really feeling confident in anything I'd done at all, except give birth to my children, which was the only thing I felt really confident about. And that had really held me back. I'd just not gone for things because I thought, other people are going to be better, or I can't do that. And there was a big one about
my goodness. Right, I'm not letting anybody else in. I'm going to lock the meeting because I don't know. I've never had this before. I've heard people have it.
God.
Never had this before. Let me lock the meeting. Hold on. Security, lock meeting. Right. Sorry, anybody who is watching with children. And also to anybody watching the replay who was trying to get in live who now can't. So because we're not available for that. That's because I put the link. I've just realized I put the link to join the Zoom on my Facebook page. I've never done that before publicly like that. There we go. All right. We are protected. So, okay. Sorry, Sarah. So let's go back to, you were talking about confidence. Like you had like confidence issues from like such a long time. How did that show up for you before?
In everything really. Just, doing jobs throughout my life that I I don't necessarily really want to do, but um, because my mum had always told me that I wasn't as clever as my sisters, and I couldn't go to university, and I couldn't do A levels, and
Wow.
that was just who I was,
Yeah.
for a long time, long time. And so I went for jobs that were just, I could have done more, but I didn't dare to step outside. Even when my bosses were saying, "That's brilliant, you've done a great job," I didn't believe it. Um, so I just felt like I was just drifting, not really knowing who I was at
Yeah.
all, and what brought me joy, what I was good at. And I stopped myself from doing all the things I thought I wanted to do,
Yeah.
because I wasn't going to be able to do it. Um, so yeah, the first round of the shift sessions really opened that up for me, in terms of, because I'd done a lot of work on myself before this, so I knew where it all came from,
Yes.
and that voice was still in my head, going over and over and over and over. And it wasn't until the first round of the shift sessions that I realized that it's, you can do all this work, but unless you do this work, you can't untether it. You can't kind of, all those voices and all those self-limiting self-beliefs are going to be with you for as long as you carry on, until
Yeah.
you do this work to be able to cut the cords
Yes.
and change the story, have the choice to change the story yourself.
Yes. Oh my
And
goodness.
one of the biggest things that I've got was, when challenges arise, to have the opportunity to see that there's like, it sounds a bit weird, but it's like a gift in every challenge that comes your way. And it teaches you to be able to see this and use it and make
Yeah.
new choices.
Yeah.
And that is so empowering in
Yeah.
every aspect of life. And also to be able to see that other people around you start to realize that too. My husband says to me, you just are the work,
Mm.
because I try not to bang on about it all the time, but because it's so important, it just does become who you are, doesn't it? And
It really
and
does.
if I'm having conversations with people that don't really get it, it's really frustrating,
Mm.
isn't it? It's just like, no.
Really challenging. I
Yeah,
totally hear you.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh my goodness. And so, can we talk a little bit about, after the shift sessions, you didn't stop there, right? You decided, you were like, this is for me, this is the work. And so you went even further than the shift sessions and then joined us for the shift method facilitators training. Talk to us a little bit about that, because that was an interesting, like, thing
Yeah,
all of its own again.
yeah. See, and I've got a haze on that as well, because um, yeah, actually, the manifesto that I put to my husband wasn't in the shifts.
That was the
Really hard
shift
to say
method.
the
Yeah.
shift sessions without getting it a little bit wrong. Um, the shift method was when I did that,
Right.
because that was, a
Yeah.
bigger kind of financial commitment for me. But
Yeah.
yeah. So, what was the question? Sorry.
Just that process that you went through, where, because I remember for you, when you enrolled in the shift method, you were like, I know this is for me. But then there was some like stuff that came up for you then, but into starting that. Are you happy to share about that? Like, just some of the
Yeah.
doubts
Well,
you had about yourself and
yeah. I was. Those kind of beliefs were still there about,
Mm.
can I do this? Can I, because I had a lot of those beliefs still in me, that I couldn't possibly do the learning. I still had those beliefs that I wasn't clever enough. I wouldn't retain the information. I wouldn't be able to come out of it at the end
Mm.
and be able to be a coach. That was what other people were going to do, but not me.
Yeah.
Um, and I still had that when I went into it. Um, and I don't know.
Yes.
I did it.
You really did it. Like, you didn't just do it. You like you're doing it, you know, you're still coming through, and now you have clients, and you're able to come through those client sessions and ask for help and support when you need it, and check in. And just the journey for you from where you were, from that conversation at the beginning, it's just such a leap, you know, to go from how you felt in that, making that investment in yourself, to how you feel now when you get to, it's just all the things. It's just such a great reminder of how relative everything is. Because if I was to tell you now, and to remind you now about, or when I did remind you about that conversation, and played that screen recording to you of like, this is how it was the feelings for you of almost like, I can't even remember that that's how it was. It's so far away now from, and this is often the case. Like sometimes this happens when we do our 90-minute sessions with people at the beginning. They can't remember how they felt coming into the session, and they find it funny when I reflect back to them some of the things they said. So, oh yes, and Sally's saying, and you were the first to get 25 reviews, 25 testimonials. That's right.
I didn't believe you.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. It's so funny. So, okay. What do I want to ask you? I feel like I want to ask you, what would you say to somebody or actually more specifically, what would you say to the version of you who was umming and ahhing at the beginning, way back when, March 2021?
I would say, just do it, because it is the best thing you're ever going to do for yourself and everybody around you. And the choices now that I have, and the trust that I have in me, I'm not saying that's consistent. I still have wobbles, because like Louisa said, you know, the onion layers keep coming, and you just want to unravel more. But to the version of Sarah who really didn't think she could do this, the feeling of freedom and confidence that I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I'm getting really lovely testimonials. And therefore, if I can do this, what else can I do after this?
Yeah.
Is just like, it gives me stomach wobbles inside. Because although I still, you know, sometimes still have to go, did you actually really do that? Are you actually really having clients sitting here and wanting more sessions? And I'd also really like to, what I'd really love to do, and I have done this in a kind of ritualistic sort of way, tell my mum. You know, I've done the letter, I've done that, but you know, just it would just give me so much joy if I could actually bring her back and say, see, I could do it.
Look what I did. Yeah. Yeah.
But, you know, and on the other side of that is the joy and pleasure it gives me for my children to see what I'm doing, and to listen in on their conversations with their friends and hear that they're speaking what I'm doing, you know, to their friends. And that's really just amazing.
Yeah, that really is.
Pass it on is amazing.
And this is why it's so important for us, you know, when I can relate so clearly to this, because I know that I had so many things that came from my parents and my people. And then I know that I was so set that I wasn't going to pass that on to my children. And now to know through this work, not only am I not passing that on, but more than that, what I am passing on is stuff that's going to really positively impact their lives rather than hold them back. And that for me is like, I mean, that's everything.
It's it, isn't it? Yeah,
it is.
It is. Yeah.
Amazing. Sarah, thank you so much for sharing this with us. I'm really, really glad you were here today. And yeah, I cannot wait to watch you go into this next round. How are you feeling about this next round of the shift sessions?
A little bit wobbly, actually, because as I said to you, I think I texted or said it somewhere, but it feels like it's going to be a meaty one.
Yes.
I've got a lot of onion peeling to do.
Yeah. Get a new peeler. We're going in.
Yeah, excited too.
Yeah. Sounds like the perfect mix. I feel the same. I feel the same. I love it. Thank you so much, Sarah. It's been gorgeous to recap with you. And yes, here we go to the next round. Okay, cool. Where are we? So let's have Cara up. Oh my goodness. And I saw, Rachel, that you said you can come if we get to there in time. So let's see how we do for time. Cara, I'm going to bring you up in just a sec. I'm just reading back. I saw a question. Justine asked, talking to others about this work. My children have asked me what I'm doing when I was doing Get Unstuck. They're 9 and 13. This is my second round. I still don't really know how to answer that question. Also, I still feel like I'm slightly hiding it from everyone else, even my husband, as I don't think they would really get it or how I would explain it. Anyone else and any suggestions? And Rachel says, I expect they've all noticed the changes in you, even if you're really good at hiding things. Absolutely. And I would say to that personally, that it's not, you don't need to explain it or justify it or rationalize it to anyone else. What will happen is, much like Louisa came on right at the beginning and was like, you look really well. And I was like, oh, well, and immediately I want to explain why. Like, I want to have a reason to justify, well, what is it? What is the thing? I want to have the answer. But when somebody just says, you seem different, or they might say you seem well, or you seem happier, or you seem something, you get to just receive it. And you get to then, if you choose to say, I've been doing this like personal development work and I'm really noticing the difference. And then this is why we are continuously creating all these different resources, so that, because inevitably people want to send their friends in the direction of Get Unstuck sessions and all the different things. So yeah, just let it unfold. Just let it unfold. Okay, Cara, let's have you up here. Fantastic. How are you doing?
Hello.
Hello. Your hair looks fancy. I know you've been to the hairdresser today. Oh, and anything is possible as well. Amazing.
Saved it. Yeah, holiday haircut.
All the things. I know. Amazing. So Cara is coming to, well, Louisa is coming to Bali on retreat. Cara is coming to the Maldives, and I leave. 2 weeks now I'll be there, and you'll be on your way.
2 weeks today I'll be at the airport.
Yes. So perfect. Oh my goodness. Okay, Cara, which round did you join?
So I like Sarah, I had to go back to my notes.
Yes.
2020, October 2020, Get Unstuck, and then shift session started November.
I love it. Amazing. Okay, got it. All right. No, it wasn't the first one. It definitely wasn't the first one. Oh, Mary. Not on that one, no. Okay. So tell us your story. Like, how did you even find Get Unstuck? I don't even know if I know this.
Nikki Penny.
Got it.
Because she's a fellow horsey person, and she did some work with somebody I follow on Instagram who tagged her.
That's
and
right.
I was like, ooh, and then she shared the Get Unstuck link. And at that time, we were 6 months into the pandemic, and I just literally had a moment, sat at my computer, thinking, very work focused, thinking, is this it? Is this how it looks for the next 20 years? And so stuck was like the word.
Yeah.
Completely. So when I saw this Get Unstuck, and I was like, ooh, and influenced by an Instagram person, but I thought, why not? Let's have a go.
Yep.
Yeah, and here we are.
And here we are, yes.
2 years later.
Packing our bags for the Maldives.
Yeah. How did that
happen? Okay, so when the shift sessions was announced and offered, what was the process for you?
For the shift sessions, I think I knew I was always going to do it.
Okay.
And I was a bit sticky about the money.
Yeah.
Because I had stuff about money. Who knew? I've probably still got stuff about money, but
we've always got stuff about money, don't worry.
We're never done. There's always something.
Yes.
I think looking back at my notes just while the others were talking, I realized, and I had to look back because, like Sarah said, it's all kind of gone a bit fuzzy. I don't really remember who I was back then.
Yeah.
That's not who I am now. My focus was all about work, all about business, all about money. I'm self-employed. It was all on me.
Yeah.
Particularly having just come out of a long-term relationship. So, you know, there's no fallback from anyone. It's on me. I was the definition of holding it tightly. I now realize that I had got to a point in my life, I'd put myself in this box with a label that I am an accountant. It's what I do. It's all about work. And it dominated everything. And I didn't realize just how much until, say, looking back at my notes, it was like, oh, I feel like I have to hide away, like I have to go and work things out. And when I go quiet, that's my signal to everyone to back off and let me go and sort things out. And I wasn't sorting things out. I thought I was in control. I thought I was like super confident. I know exactly who I am and what I'm doing, and I've got it all under control. And actually I was lurching, you know, from burnout to survival to burnout to survival.
Yeah.
And it's really interesting to say that out loud now, because I would never have said that at the time. I'm like, so I need some help getting my business sorted so that it's not so stressful and so that it just works better for me.
Yes.
So when it came to did get unstuck, I was like, oh, okay, this feels like this could be the thing.
Right.
Yeah. And I guess that was the first time I really had to trust myself, trust my gut and go, I know I want this, and that's a lot of money. And is it though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can't even tell you how much it was.
Now. Yeah, I can't remember either that round.
Because it's just like, it's just done.
Yeah, exactly. And so, okay. So once you made the decision, then you came in, how was the process for you? Were there any particular standout moments that you remember where you're like, whoa, or like, how was it for you?
I'm not going to lie. Week 1 was horrible.
Yeah, it's terrible. No.
Yeah. Spoiler alert to anyone who hasn't been through yet. Brace yourself. Yeah. Only because I think, because I'd come in thinking, oh, I just need some help getting my head around my business, and it made me look at things that I perhaps haven't wanted to look at, or things that I thought I had dealt with mentally,
right,
and hadn't. So it started to release a lot of things, so it felt quite messy. But while that week was tough because it went deep and quick, it was like, right, week 1, boom, in we go.
Straight in.
What came out the other side was just like, I can't really describe it. Suddenly I can let go of this stuff, and I'm not defined by all this stuff, and these labels that I've given myself, I now know why I've given them to myself, and I can get rid of them and change them. But it was
it's so exciting hearing this, and like, you know, because obviously it's been a while since we've done these grads conversations, and I feel like we need to do these at the end of each round of the shift sessions, because it's amazing hearing people recap their before and then now. It's just incredible. And I'm like, hearing you recount that, and I'm like, oh, I remember all the things. It's so good. Okay. All right. So what was pre-shift sessions Cara like compared to post-shift sessions Cara? How was she different?
Ooh. Pre-shift sessions, I was the kind of person who felt like I had to do everything for everyone.
Right.
One of my big sort of drivers is I love helping people. Mm-hmm. You know, if I see an opportunity to help someone, like from as simple as somebody struggling to carry their shopping around the supermarket or something, would you like a hand with that? Okay, here you are. Just, do you want a hand with that?
Yeah.
To bigger things. So I signed up for loads of voluntary roles, and I was like, oh, if I could find a way to make money, you know, I could help people and it could be monetized, because there goes the money issue again.
Yeah.
Right? Still got commitments. I've still got bills to pay. That would be it. That would be amazing. My life would be sorted. So yeah, I had spread myself incredibly thinly. So the kind of stress and burden I was feeling around work, I think actually was broader than that, because I'd taken on roles that probably were balled up in the work thing, but were actually voluntary roles. I'm using my professional skills to be a volunteer for all these things, and I'm helping. Great. Why am I not feeling amazing about this? Why am I feeling like I'm a bit stressed? I'm a bit burnt out. I don't always feel like I'm being heard.
Yeah.
And what's happened since the first round and subsequent rounds, because it's taken time, I've let go of a lot of that, and I actually now only have 2 voluntary roles, and it's taken me a long time to get my head around it's okay to stop doing the things, and not feeling like I'm letting people down, and putting myself first has made me actually better able to help people. I don't have to just sign up to sit on all these committees and go to all these meetings. Being a better version of me means I'm a better person for the people around me.
Yes.
And that, yeah, that's kind of weird. It's felt really weird. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's such a common one that comes up, right, with people, is this need to please people, right? The people pleasing tendencies. And it comes up every round that we get into this, and we really explore it. And it's just one of my favorite things to come up and for people to have breakthroughs around, because it creates so much more time and space when you see that for what it is, and you allow yourself to choose again every time it comes up.
I think that's it. I think it allowed me to really feel able to say no.
Yeah.
And feel able to say no that's in a good way.
Yeah.
And set boundaries for myself. Like, these people that I was doing this voluntary stuff with were not my people, and some of them were downright flipping horrible. Like, okay, I'm stepping away from this now. And it gave me permission to do that. And it's it's what's really interesting is I've been able to say no. I've set boundaries, which has, like you say, has created space, but it's also given me the overriding thing I've had out of all of this work is this enormous sense of ease, which I now know is like not maybe, probably my top priority.
Yes.
Like, it gets to be easier now, whatever it is. And don't get me wrong, life still throws some stuff and some not very nice stuff.
Yeah.
But I am now much better equipped at it, and I can now see my responses, change them if I want or not, or just let it happen. It's a completely different version. The stress, I mean, I still have busy times at work and there's still peaks and troughs, but the stress stuff, I cannot understand how I actually functioned before.
Really?
Because now I'm like, oh my God, I was so like, and I get, like I say, I would just shut down. And then I'd feel like I'm letting people down because I've shut down and I've gone, go away, don't talk to me. I just need to figure this out. And yet I was that person that was constantly like, I need a week off to catch up. I don't need a week off to rest. I need a week to clear the backlog. Go away, don't talk to me. And now I'm the person that says, no, I need a week off to recharge.
Yes.
And then I'll come back to this. Thanks very much. I've learned how to set my out of office more strictly and say, oh, I don't do this email account on Wednesdays and Thursdays anymore. Call me on Friday.
Yes.
People that need to reach me know how they need to reach me.
Yes,
but it feels so different, and the world hasn't fallen apart and people haven't, turned on me or anything. The people that I really resonate with and work well with and align with and care about are, they're great with it. So it's
good.
Yeah, it's good to reflect back, actually. It's really
it really is. It's so good. I love it. I'm loving hearing these stories. And I love, like, I probably remember these versions of you guys probably in a more fresh way than you do, because you see yourselves all day, every day.
Yeah.
But hearing this like this, and the comparison of what it allows for you, excuse me, is always what I'm interested in. Like, how is life easier now? Like, what is this putting all these things in place? What does it do for you? Like, if you have boundaries around your working time that you didn't before, what's possible now that wasn't before you did that?
that's what's been quite interesting, actually, because then the next step was, having done the shift sessions a few times with varying levels of commitment. I won't lie, I did the first two full on, and then I think I kind of backed off a bit. But then when the shift method came along, I was like, oh, this could be the thing. This could be the meeting my desire to help people in a way that could be monetized and feel good and feel right. Oh, maybe this is the thing. Having done that and done the training, set up the business, yeah, I'm ready to go, and then stopped.
Yeah.
Because my other business was in the way. And actually it's taken me until, well, I had my last massive shift on the 8th of August. I remember, because it was 8/8. I woke up and I was like, I've got it. I know this is it now. This is how it's happening. So over the last year, maybe year and a half, I've been shrinking my other business down to create space. And even that wasn't working. I got rid of a third of my client base last winter. It's like, that's great, I'm going to have so much time. No, it didn't happen.
Yeah.
And I think maybe there were some little blocks around it as well. And it took until this summer when I was like, right, I questioned myself. I said, do you really want this? Invested all the money, done all the things. Do I really want it? I was like, yes, I do want it. It's a no-brainer. I do want it. I just haven't quite figured it out. So what, over sort of a period of time, what doing the work has allowed me to do is find out what really lights me up, find out how I can do it. And actually there's people in this group on this call who made suggestions. And I was like, oh yeah, that one thing that lights me up can go with another thing that lights me up, and the two can work really beautifully together. And that's all started to come out the last few weeks. I made a decision on the 8th of August that I was officially part-time as an accountant.
Oh, yes.
Because I had to do something.
Yeah.
I had to take action to create the space that my coaching business deserves.
Yes, exactly. Even the language of that is like, so good. I love it. And now we get to go to the Maldives, and
yes,
in the middle of the shift sessions, and yes, all of the things. So, okay, so we're coming into this new round, and obviously you're about to head on retreat. How are you feeling about all of that?
I'm super excited about retreat. I am so, from somebody who was so tight and so tightly sprung and hanging on to everything and needed to know everything and all the plans. Literally all I know is my flight.
Yes.
I don't know which rooms we're staying in, what our schedule is for the week, nothing. And I'm fine with that.
Yes.
I'm very fine with that.
Yes.
Shift sessions is a weird one. I haven't really thought about it a lot. I know I'm all in for this one, which is interesting, because the last couple I haven't been quite so in.
Yeah.
But hearing the others talk about it, I'm like, there's a feeling down here somewhere that's like, whoa.
Oh, I know.
I
so
think
excited.
That combined with retreat is like, oh, what's going to happen?
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
I'm excited too. And I feel like even the people who obviously aren't coming on retreat, but are coming through the shift sessions, that's all going to be up leveled as a result of us all coming together and being on retreat, and the learnings and the clicks and all the things. And one of the calls will be from one of the retreats. I believe it's from the Maldives. I'm doing a call. I need to check. It's one of the two. It's either the Maldives or Bali. I can't remember. There is one of the coaching calls is coming from there, and that's going to be incredible. So you guys will be able to be live with me when I do that, if you wish to. And I'm just like, I feel like the energy, hearing the energy of all of you and what you're coming in to this next round with, I'm even more excited now about coming into the next round. It's going to be so good. Okay, so to bring us to a completion point, Cara, the before version of you, who didn't necessarily know that this is what the outcome was going to be, what would you say to her now?
The two things that spring to mind, and one I did, if you've got any kind of inkling, so this is probably more to other people, if you've got any kind of inkling that this might be for you, trust your gut and go for it. And if the money's sticky, know that you'll find a way. The fact that I was really sticky about it and can't remember how much I paid now,
Yeah,
speaks for itself.
Yes.
Speaking to myself specifically, which I hope would help everyone else as well, it doesn't matter if you don't know what you want out of it.
Yeah.
You don't. I thought my thing was business, but I'll be honest, it was a bit like, I've got to put something on the form.
Yeah.
What are you coming in for? Oh, it's my business. My business is stressing me out. I now know, obviously, it wasn't just the business, and actually the first things that came out in the big domino weren't really business related. It doesn't matter if you don't have a thing. And it's actually something I say to coaching clients or potential coaching clients that I don't know what I want. I just know I want something. I'm like, great, well, let's chat.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Because that's when you find it. That's when you find what it is that you need or that you want. And know that when you, even if you do think you've got a thing that you're like, yeah, it really is my business that I want to work on, that it might not be. And even if it is and you do work on it, the ripple effect on all the other areas of your life will be phenomenal. Now, I'm not a parent, so I haven't got the experience of sharing it with children, but friends and family have been like, oh, that's interesting. Oh, you're a bit different.
Yeah.
And I've seen it benefit me, in my health and relationships and personal self-care stuff. It's just so different now. And it would not have happened without the shift sessions.
I love it so much. I'm obsessed with you all. I literally feel like I'm like obsessed with hearing all of your stories. And I feel like now we need to get every single person who's ever done the shift sessions to get on one of these Zooms and share their before and after, because it's just, it's such a powerful reminder that none of this, and here's what I'd really like to draw attention to as well. And I'm grateful for, and I did not ask any of you to do it. And I didn't know I needed to hear this or not hear it until I just realized it. Now we're coming to the end, is that none of this is about me. Like none of it is about me. And this is the thing I'm most excited about, which probably sounds a weird thing to say, but it's not about me, right? This is about you. This is about your journey, your transformation, what's possible for you when you put yourself into, and he said the process, which is not a very Laura word, but the journey, that's more me. And for me, I see my role as just like an usher. I'm just here to kind of guide you through, to support you, to answer questions, to piece things together for you, kind of like a coordinator, rather than, I'm not dragging anybody through any transformation. Let me tell you that. Never. I'm never dragging anybody anywhere. So thank you for all of you, for unprompted, and it must have been an unconscious connection, for making it about you and about your journey and about the pieces of the puzzle that were most poignant to you. And I can't wait to see what happens in this next round.
And I also just want to say thank you for giving us the opportunity to share our experiences, because I think all four of us would agree, and others that maybe haven't spoken but are starting to think about their own journeys and reflecting back is as important as moving forward.
Truly.
And having the opportunity, I wasn't going to look at my old notes, and I thought, no, I'm really curious, because I know you're going to ask me about the old version of me and I don't remember. So to do that feels really good, just to see how far all of us have come.
It's amazing.
So thank you.
Astonishing. Thank you, Cara. Thank you so much for coming on. I love that. Oh, thank you. And I wanted to hear from you as well, Rachel, but I think we're going to do more of this, because I want to hear you share as well. And I'm just this work never fails to blow me away. Every time we do these calls, we have different people on, different combos of people. Different people have done different amounts of work and different backgrounds, different choices, different resources. And it's one thing is consistently true, is that there is a before the shift sessions and there is an after the shift sessions. That is always true for everybody that comes through the process. Those of you who are already secured your space in the journey, I'm thrilled that you have. Those of you who are like, I'm thinking about it, but I need to, please feel free to message me. I'm happy to either message with you, I'm happy to get on the phone with you, whatever it is you need. We now have 3 spots left in our special additional coaching group. Only 3 spots left. So if you are teetering and you just need, even if it doesn't need to be me, I will tell you, here's my promise to you, is that I'm not in the business of persuading anyone. And I had a call with somebody yesterday, actually, who really wanted to do it, but it was just too much of a stretch right now. And it was so lovely to have that exploration together so that she could come to a place where her no felt empowered. Your empowered no is as important to me as your empowered yes, because I'm not here for a short time. I'm here for a long ride with this work. I'm not going anywhere. It's not going to be now or never. The only now things that you might or might not, might feel important to you or might not. As far as I'm aware, this is the last live round I'm going to lead for quite a long time. I'm not going to say never, because I do have a tendency to, when something feels good, I'll go with it. As far as I can see, this is the last live round that I'm doing for a good long time. Definitely this year, probably next year as well, because I have a line of things that are happening that I don't see where it would fit. And the reason we wanted to do it this way, and why now felt the time, is because what's happening is this version of the shift sessions is the version of the shift sessions that gets to exist and have people coming in anytime to access it, with some regular coaching calls in the mix. So if you're the person that needs live energy, and I'm that person, so that's why I'm speaking to this. I know this feeling. I don't love pre-recorded. I don't love accessing replays. And I know that it's just as powerful and just as transformational. But for me, for showing up for myself, I need live energy. If you're that person too, this is the time. This is the time. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me. I'm just seeing, I'm glad, I know the empowered no is everything. It really is. One thing Rachel says, one thing I'd say to my pre-shift self is thank you. I love this so much. Amy says, I feel so fortunate to have been in these live sessions. So much synchronicity. Isn't there always? This is the best thing. I love it so much. So yes, so you have until Monday, midnight UK time. I don't know why it's midnight. It's always usually 8 p.m, but you have that extra few hours to decide. However, I will say we are having our welcome party on Monday. I think it's 8 p.m. I need to check the time. I think it's 8 p.m. We'll have our kickoff party. So don't leave it till the last minute. If you know you're coming, grab one of those last 3 spaces in that extra coaching group. That group is invaluable. It is where we get some really extra in between. It's like the glue that goes between the bricks, you know. It keeps everything together because you get access to me whenever you need it along the way. If you need it, the link is ideservetoshift.com. There is a code in the Get Unstuck group. I'm not going to say it out loud, but it's in the Get Unstuck group. And I emailed it to you. And if you can't find it, you can DM me and I'll give it to you. Which will give you a lovely surprise at checkout. I know that you can do this. It totally gets to be different now, as all these amazing, lovely people have shared their stories with you. I hope this has been helpful and you've enjoyed it. And if you're already in, hopefully you're just now super excited. And if you are thinking about it, it's helped you get a bit closer to your decision. So you've got this, and I will see you tomorrow at 2 p.m. for the big kahuna if you want to come through all the workshops with me again. So good. I'll see you all soon. And thank you everybody who shared. You're all amazing. Bye for now.